Alright, what's going on, everybody? So Sony's 2014 E3 conference just finished, so I'm gonna hurry up and do this review so I can freaking go to bed. First, let me just say that conference seem long as hell to anybody besides me? It was practically 2 hours, but it seemed like three. Goodness. But anyway, let's get to the stuff, and I'm speed right through this. So Destiny Alpha and Beta coming to PlayStation 4. That's cool. White PlayStation bundle that includes Destiny is coming later this year when Destiny releases. They didn't say the price of the bundle, but I'm sure it'll be like maybe discounted that compared to if you buy it separate. That's cool. They showed a little bit of Order 1886. The problem with the Order 1886, I'm getting tongue tied. I'm trying to speed through this. The problem with the game is every single time they show something from the game, it's so small. They barely show you anything. You can't even really get to enjoy the game, in my opinion, or get a moment. Get a wow moment, like, oh, that part of the game looks good, oh, this looks good. You don't really get a feel for the game. I know the game's coming out, like it's been delayed to next year or something, but I feel like they should have more to show us from the Order as of right now, but they don't. So the Order is not really getting me excited with what Sony has been showing us so far. Some indie game, what was it, Entwined, Little Big Planet 3 was announced, and it has all the previous levels from like 1 and 2. I don't really, I've never liked Little Big Planet. Not gonna start liking it now. Never cared about it. Never gonna, not gonna care about it now. But as I always say, I do like Sony's strategy right now that they've approached the PlayStation 4 with, which was to get their studios to kind of make all the sequels for the games that they made during the PlayStation 3 era, so they can bring all the fans of those games over, and then their studios bring the new IPs after that. So it's a strategy that's working very well for them, and they should continue doing it pretty much until they, made a sequel for all the beloved games on the PlayStation 3, and then make new IPs. So so we can definitely get the new IPs after y'all get y'all fan base over here. So it's not a bad thing, even though like I said, I don't care about a Little Big Planet 3. And just like with the Microsoft conference, like I said, I judge these conferences mostly based on the exclusive content that you show. Just a reminder. So next, what I believe to be, it was pretty much Project Beast. The official name was Bloodborne. That was a little CGI trailer. It was announced that as Bloodborne, obviously from Software, supposed to be an exclusive probably. After that, we got a little bit. What do we get? Far Cry 4, excuse me, and there was some gameplay. They said you can invite people to the multiplayer without them even owning the game. That's cool. That's going to be interesting to see how they go about doing that. Some Last of Us content in the Diablo 3 game that's coming to the PlayStation 4. Battlefield Hardline beta is coming to the PlayStation 4, I believe, for all users who have PlayStation Plus, I think. Disney Infinity, nobody cares about that. Grim Fandango, I guess if you care about that, I really don't. Indie Game Collage, No Man's Sky. I thought that game was actually going to turn out to be like a Microsoft exclusive, because then Microsoft like helped them with some damages and fix up their studio when it was like flooded or something. But No Man's Sky, if you're interested in that, I guess. It was funny. My Sony is always throwing a whole bunch of subliminal shots at Microsoft, and Andrew House said that the PlayStation camera became so popular, and they put it with the PlayStation as a choice. He emphasized it, and it was kind of funny. It was an obvious, blatant shot at Microsoft and the Kinect, which ended up separating the Kinect from the Xbox. Funny. Project Morpheus, they just said that they're having it at E3, available to play. They talked about PSN. YouTube is coming to PSN, to PlayStation 4, that you can upload to YouTube finally. That's something that they said before that we were wondering where that's at. They threw some numbers at us. They went to, talk about some free-to-play games. PlayStation Now is going to be available this summer with over 300 games. Mortal Kombat gameplay, actual gameplay. It looked really cool. The animations look improved. Obviously, still you can tell it's still in a very early build. Ratchet and Clank the movie, nobody care about that. PlayStation, what was it? No, it was What was it? Vita TV, PlayStation TV. So you can that thing that they announced in Japan is coming to the U.S. for the Vita. Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain trailer. GTA 5 on PS4 was huge. That was a huge announcement, but I doubt that's going to be like an exclusive thing. If it's coming to PlayStation 4, I can only think it's coming to Xbox One. Rockstar is a business. I highly doubt there's no money that PlayStation could probably pay them. But then again, it's not like they would make a whole bunch more money with on the next gen consoles, to even put GTA 5 on the Xbox One, even the PlayStation 4. So I don't know if it's. I didn't hear him say it's going to be coming exclusively to PlayStation 4, and I highly doubt Rockstar would ever make that move to make it exclusive to PlayStation 4. Highly doubt it. So they're just probably the first to break the news. We're still waiting on that PC version, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. Like I said, Metal Gear 5 Phantom Pain trailer. There was Arkham Knight, gameplay that was cool. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, CGI. That's the official name of Uncharted right now. It's Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. That makes it seem like it's the end of the trilogy. And I think honestly, it'll be nice if it was. I wouldn't mind Uncharted ending at Uncharted 4. Just go out with a bang, make it an amazing game. Move on to another game. That's what I like about PlayStation franchises is that they don't last, OD long. That's what I like. A lot of people say it's a bad thing, but no, I don't like when games overstay their welcome. That's one of the problems I have with Nintendo games. They last too long. I like things to die out and then new things come. That's just me. But overall, just to summarize the PlayStation conference, it had bad pacing. It was very dead in the middle. It was very uninspiring, not very exciting. It was only a few spots where it was exciting, like the GTA 5 PS4, the Uncharted CGI, and it was just CGI. Let's see. Project Beast or Bloodborne. I guess if you like Little Big Planet 3, The Order 1886, they started off good, but in the middle it was very dead. And the honest fact is, Microsoft actually presented more actual exclusive content than Sony. They did. Microsoft presented more exclusive games and content. So this wasn't a very good. Like I said, Microsoft's conference wasn't great, but Sony's, like I said, this was going to be a E3 of CGI, and I wasn't excited for this E3 once I realized a couple things, and I wasn't really disappointed because I wasn't expecting much. But yeah, this conference really wasn't that good. It was just average at best, maybe a little less. It was uninspiring. The games are definitely. It's like I said. I feel like a lot of the first party studios are making games, but they're in the period where they are unable to actually show anything. So, like I said, I believe there's a lot of games coming, but it's just bad timing with the timing of E3, and they are not able to show these games. So, that's what I thought about the conference. It really wasn't that great. It was, they didn't show a lot of stuff, exclusive wise or third party wise. A lot of people were dying to see some really good third party stuff. There wasn't that much of that either, or exclusive wise. So yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm gonna stop talking now. Let me know what y'all thought about it. E3 this year, not very inspiring, not very exciting. Definitely not one of the best. It wasn't one of the worst, but it was the most average or mediocre ones. But yeah, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.